So finally, I just want to show you something else. I mentioned NAD is important for controlling these genes that regulate the epigenome. And one of these, I don't know if you can trigger that movie to play, but this is a treadmill experiment looking at mice that have been on an NAD booster molecule. And NAD boosters will stabilize the epigenome and make cells younger. And these mice, if you could see them running, the one on the left has been on this molecule just for 4 weeks, and its muscles are acting as though it's young and can run actually up to twice as far as the control. We published this in a journal just last year. So NAD boosters mimic exercise, as we had expected. And there are clinical trials now ongoing with these and more advanced molecules. So the future looks really interesting. We're close to having molecules. Hopefully we'll see safety and efficacy in these clinical trials. But what does the future look like? Let me just paint that for you. So what if we could truly reprogram our bodies? You could imagine not just Bill Murray, but all of us could one day be genetically reprogrammed, or at least infected with a virus that could turn on these resetting genes. And in mice, we know that restores the epigenetic clock. You can take the animals back seemingly a large percentage of their lifespan. So what if, in the future, if it's safe, we all have this waiting in our bodies, and if we get injured, we have a spinal injury, we just get diabetes, we get dementia, we take a course of an antibiotic, which we actually have shown works to induce these genes in the animal. And perhaps that would lead to rejuvenation, and you go back a decade or two, and then you age for 20 years, and then you go back to your doctor and get another course of antibiotics. And I don't know how many times you can repeat that, but we'll see. So just to finish, I want to give us a glimmer of hope here, because we all know what's coming. No one gets out of this life alive, unfortunately. But my father, you remember from the first slide, he was born at a time when he's just on the cusp of potentially being able to benefit from these technologies. And he's been taking a couple of molecules that we've been publishing on, resveratrol and NMN, this NAD booster. Now, I don't know if they're working. He doesn't know if they're working. But what's heartwarming, if nothing else, is that he's now 80. He started a second career. This is just an example of 6 months of his recent life. And he's wondering, what's going to happen now that I don't seem to be getting old? And he's watching all his friends decline at that age. So hopefully he'll continue on. I certainly hope so. I hope that he gets to spend time with his great-great-grandkids and impart the wisdom that the older people just haven't had a chance to do until recently, and hopefully even more so as these technologies come on board. And so what am I telling you? I'm telling you that there are technologies that are just around the corner that could really change the world, not just for families, but for the economy of the world, freeing up trillions of dollars that could actually allow us to make this world a much better place where we could all thrive, be more productive, and impart the wisdom that I think is a great loss every time someone passes away. Anyway, thank you for listening. I appreciate it.